it's just happy. I'm happy to see it go in. And it's funny, Baylor actually told me in shoot around, like, you're going to have that 12-3, so be ready to shoot it. So shout out to Baylor.
At this point, do double-doubles, mean anything? Like, getting a double-double is so routine. Like, does it even, excite you anymore?
It does, actually, and I think that it's such a big deal, which I love. My teammates have also, like, oh, Bucks, you have one more rebound, or you have to do this. So to me, that means a lot. That means my teammates they want me to go score. They want me to go rebound more, and so it definitely excites me all the time just to get it, and also see, like, numbers grow, not just, 10 points and 10 rebounds, but maybe 10 points and how many I have? 17?
A lot.
Oh. See, like just seeing the numbers grow, that's something that excites me too, because it's like, okay, I can do more. Like I got that, I can do more. But I think it's really special that my teammates have also looked out for me and are like, hey, you got to go rebound. Like, we need you to rebound. We need you to score here. Like, did you get your double-double? Like, so it's just really special to me. So yes, it does still excite me.
Inez, first time playing here, scoring. It's been a long journey. I guess, what does it mean to you? And, I mean, what did tonight kind of feel like?
For one, it really does mean everything. I think for the past 2 years, it's been really difficult. But I think, like, my teammates, coaches, family, like, when I lost confidence in myself, they never did. And I think that is what pushed me every day to get up, come to the gym, do my rehab, like, try and get better every day by anything I can do. And honestly, like, it was great getting on the court at home with all the fans, like, just hearing how loud they got, like, it really did mean a lot. And I just think, like, the support, like, is so noticed, like, for real, yeah.
Bugs, what does her, kind of perseverance through kind of injury and all that, what does that say about her and kind of this team overall?
It just says a lot. Like she said, our first 2 years, it's been hard for her, and we've seen it. We're behind the scenes. That type of injuries is no joke, and just to have a lot of setbacks, and it takes a toll on your mental. So I think just the fact that we are able to help Nez navigate through that is amazing. But she comes in, she puts in the work every day. She gets, she's going to do her workout, and she fights through hard days. And like you said, we're there to always comfort her. We believe in Nez. We're so happy to have her on the court. And not just today she scored, but like when she got on the court, period, it was like, okay, Nez is back. Like, we were so excited. Like, so it just means a lot to us to have another teammate on the floor, and I'm excited to see her confidence grow as we keep playing and years on. So I'm so happy that we got Nez back and she scored our first points. It means a lot to us.
I guess I should ask about the game too. You held their leading score to 7 points, and I don't think she scored in the first half. What was the defensive game plan for Leah Harmon specifically?
Just play hard, really hard. And we know she can go off, so not necessarily contain her, but make it just difficult for her. I think we did do good at that, but I think that was just our main thing. We had to play hard. She's a really good player. She's coming off a big game too, so that was more of a challenge for us. Like, hey, like, she's coming off a good game. Like, let's really get on it. So that's really good. I didn't know that. Sick 'em.
We read our scout.
Team defense, yes.
And then just kind of going back to defense, y'all forced a season-high 24 turnovers. Just kind of go into that part, just being able to anticipate UCF's offense.
I mean, it starts with Coach Tony. He there's not a day that we don't go super hard on defense and we don't take it serious. Take it serious every day. It means, like, so much. Like, we can get offense, but he's harping on defense. So I think just coming into this game, like, we know they can score a lot inside the paint, and that's where most of their scoring is going to be. So we have to really lock in and know, like, hey, like, we have to help here. It's not going to be perfect, but we have to really want to help each other. And it was just a lot of grit out there to hold them to 24 turnovers. So.
Yeah, and also just being able to force all those turnovers led to a lot of transition scoring. So just how good was it to be able to just dominate on both sides of the ball?
Oh, it's always good to get in just transition. When you can force turnovers, it makes it easier for offense because you can get easy buckets. You can get transition buckets. Everybody can run. You don't have to, set your defense or your offense to figure out what the defense is doing and, setting screens. It's just a lot easier when you lock in, you get turnovers, and then you get those transition points.
Yeah, and I guess either one of y'all could talk about just your teammate Talia. I mean, just another a great game on offense, 22 points. Just a great overall shooting game from y'all. Just kind of talk about just how important being able to shoot the three ball is for y'all.
I think it's very important. It's obviously a huge part of our game. I think we can all do it really well. And I think when we move the ball and we get to the extra one more or get to the paint, kick it out, like it works really well for us. And I think like we really thrive off transition. And I think even being able to shoot from transition is great. So, yeah. Juliana.
And as how cool was it to see, kind of some of the deeper bench players get some serious run there at the end of the game? How good was that for all of you? And I mean, is that a group that stays hungry?
I think yes. For one, it's so good just seeing everybody on the court, knowing that we do finally have 12 players. Everybody's healthy. It's just great. And also, obviously we are hungry. We work for as much as we can, and I think it shows even when we're on the court at the very end. We don't want the score to get smaller. We want to bring the lead, make it bigger and bigger as we go. So I think it does show. So, yeah. I think so.
Baylor really shut down Leah for the most part tonight. What were they doing defensively that kind of took her out of the game, especially in the first half?
I just think Leah has to, get herself going, too. I think that's one thing. I think Baylor did a good job of what we call fire trapping us, and so I think that was kind of difficult and caused some turnovers that we didn't want.
How would you describe Baylor's team defensively going against a team like they're one of the best in really the nation? But how hard is it to game plan for a team like that?
They're really good defensively, and I think rebounding. That's the biggest thing we focused on. If you notice, we went with our bigs in this game, but their rebounding and defense is really second to none. They do a great job.
Coach Nikki, leading up to this game, spoke very highly of you and kind of your time here. I guess, what are your emotions when you come back to Waco in a place like this where you won a lot?
I had some of my best coaching experiences here in Waco. We were very successful when I was here, been part of a national championship, coached multiple WNBA players, developed and recruited. And so I am proud of the experience that Baylor allowed me to have, and it's always something that's going to be special to my heart in the time that we had here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Point Sniper, you were pretty pumped after that second one.
Well, I mean, the first one was a bank shot, so, but, I was like, I think I had said to two different people on staff that I felt like if she searched it and she took it in rhythm and she was taking, let's say, 3 a game or 4 a game, realistically, the way she's shooting it in drills in practice, she shoots a really good percentage, and it looks good coming out of her hands. And so I think a lot of it is, it reminds me a lot of Nalissa, like the first year I had Nalissa, where I had to convince her to take them, and then if she made one, she'd take a second, but if she missed one, like, it still wasn't like something that she was a go-to type thing. And so, I thought she'd turn one down in a similar situation and threw it to Kyla, like a 5-foot pass when no one was guarding her. And I said, the next time, shoot that. So I set that up for her to be the fill person. And it was just good to see her rhythmically take that. I mean, I think about what she looked like from there as a freshman, and she's worked really hard at it. So it's good to see the kind of the fruits of her labor and the confidence. And I'm not sure the bank shot gave her confidence, but I think that's when she's taking that shot in the slots, and that's like a spot that she's in a lot. So there's a comfort in that.
What was your defensive game plan for Leah Harmon? I think you held her scoreless in the first half. I mean, how happy are you to do something like that against an elite scorer like her?
Well, I think Tony did a really good job of mixing defenses on her. I mean, truthfully, we were mostly worried about their post game, their high-low stuff, their ability to play through the paint. When you look at their numbers, they need the paint to score. Leah's a good scorer, but we have the ability to put size on her and switch. Then if we had Jana on her, we trapped her, we hard hedged her. You get real uncomfortable when two people are going to be on you. And so I thought, she really only got to really shots in transition, like whether it was a turnover, long rebound, when we fouled her. But we did a good job of corralling her in the half court and, kind of making them go 2 by 2 by 2, which, they kind of need to do anyway. But, we did a good job of taking away the 3 again.
Inez, I mean, we've asked a lot about Inez and the journey it's been, but for her to finally get on the floor at Foster and score some points, how cool was that? And what were the emotions like on the bench when she finally got a bucket?
Wow, it's just like, we started recruiting Nez. Honestly, Tony sent me to watch another kid on her team, and I walked away from the game and said, you need to watch this kid. And she's just got some swag to her game, and there's a fearlessness, and that's not easy for a kid that hasn't played in 2 years. And so, but I didn't see any hesitation when she played downhill, even on the block shot. She was aggressive. We said it in the press conference leading into it. What does she have to do? Just hit singles, 2 assists and no turnovers. That's a good start. I thought she made good reads and good kick-out passes. I was joking earlier, she doesn't just want to hit a home run. The kid wants a grand slam on every touch, and whether that's scoring or setting a teammate up. And it's just kind of being comfortable getting in the flow and hitting singles and making the right play and taking care of the ball. I was talking to her throughout that fourth quarter because I thought, if she could get off the ball screen, good things were going to happen. But she hasn't been in a college ball screen until tonight, really. And so, they were fighting over the top, so I shifted the screen to drive it into a different gap, and that's when she hit Bugs for the 3. And so she's going to have to learn that the game is physical. She's a wiry kid, but her ball skills are good enough. We just got to get her to the level of the screen. If she creates a 2-on-1, good things will happen. She just can't allow herself to be shoved off the ball screen like they did to her a couple times.
And then how good was it to see kind of your deep bench get some significant minutes and some significant play during conference play?
Yeah, well, obviously I started off a little frustrated with our bench because I thought our starters got us off to a good start, and our bench didn't come in with the same defensive intensity. We made defensive mistakes. We let them reject screens. And then they, of course, went to zone in that stretch as well. But it was good to get a lot of kids. There's 2 good things this time of year: less mileage for the kids that normally get a lot of mileage on their bodies. So, and then opportunity for kids you're not given anything when you come to this level. We tell them you don't get to play, you earn playing time, and but when you get an opportunity, they do work hard. This is a group that. We don't have anyone that's quit in practice. It feels like they don't have a chance. Everybody's gotten minutes on this team over the course of the season, and so when you get a chance to reward them for the hard work and you get to see them, do a little bit more. It only can. I've told them before, don't look at the last 5 minutes. If that's all you get, everything's an audition, and you're building trust with me. It wasn't until the last couple minutes that Satya went to, her out of her rotation. So you're competing against the kids that the starters went against and hold your own. So, I thought it was important we won Sikkim 5, which is the last 5 minutes, and so the girls don't have to run, so they're happy. So, the last 5 minutes matters, no matter who we play, no matter what the score is.
Coach, just going back to defense, y'all forced a season-high 24 turnovers. I think you had 5 players with multiple steals. Just talk about just how important anticipation is playing against UCF's offense tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we did a really good job with our ball screens, they kind of went to the high-low game. Like that was, and when we took away the denial, when we showed deep help, when we forced them to get catches outside their comfort zone, now that pass into the post is longer, so they're overthrowing it. They're trying to throw the skip. So it's really taking away first options, forcing them out of their comfort zone. Our rotations were pretty solid, and we got our hands on a lot of balls, but we kind of knew where the ball was going to go. And so you should have anticipation when you know they went away from, we were doing a good job locking and trailing on their staggers. You take that away, you make them frustrated in the ball screens. Now they're going to just try to pound it at you in the high-low. And so you got to deny. You got to deny one pass away with the ball centered because they get it there. You got to pinch in. And fortunately, this is a team that you can pinch in a little harder. They don't have a ton of three-point shooters, which allows you to make plays on balls and really see where it's going.
Yeah, and then Talia, just another great scoring night for her. Obviously great from 3, but also I think it was mainly in the second quarter really started to utilize the mid-range. Just kind of talk about how important it is for her to be able to score at different levels.
Yeah, I thought we challenged her at halftime to play downhill a little bit more. She got hot and hit a couple threes, which is great. But I felt like if we got a piece of the paint, we were going to have 2-on-1s. Like we were able to roll behind. We missed a couple of easy layups where our guards dropped it to our post, but we didn't feel like their centers could guard us in the paint. We could play around them. We could play by them. And so one of my favorite plays of the game was when she attacked. She turned down to 3, attacked the lane, dropped it to Kyla because that's what we were kind of challenging her. Get to the free throw line, get downhill. She had that slithery left-handed layup. I just think lately she's gotten a lot of looks from 3, and when she gets going, it's okay. But I think she's at her best when she's mixing it up and she's really putting pressure on the D. I felt like Bugs rebounded every miss we shot from 3, but if we didn't have her on the glass, we took a lot of threes when I thought we could get the ball to the paint.
Yeah, and then as you got into the second half, just kind of started to spread the scoring around a little bit more. I know Jana got a couple of buckets in the third quarter. Just talk about being able to kind of spread around the ball as just the game progressed.
Well, we haven't faced a lot of matchup zones and probably didn't have to work the ball that long for anyone to see necessarily all the time. But when we tried to run like regular zone offense, they just kind of matched to us. So we really just spread it 4 out and got in ball screens and gave them man reads, because where the help was coming from was from the post. Then who's tagging the roller? Where's the help coming from? And I thought I really challenged Jana to get her player into the screen, and you just got your ball screen read, and I thought she got around. I thought the last play, the first half, was really good. She hesied at Carter, got around her, missed it. Bugs got the putback, but not settling because we could get around their 5s and put pressure on the rim. And so I thought we started to kind of figure out the zone a little bit better and what we had. And, of course, I always want them to play fast so we don't have to worry about what they're in, especially as much as we were subbing, that I felt like we could put downhill pressure on in transition.
And I guess this win marks 7 straight. And so, just how's the team feeling that you just keep on being able to stack wins this early in conference schedule?
Yeah, I think the challenge right now is you don't want to get complacent. You don't want to get comfortable, because anyone in this league can beat you. You're trying to hold serve at home. You're trying to stay in a tie for first place. There's a lot on the line every night that we step out onto the court when it comes to what our goals are and aspirations to be conference champions. And so, a lot of it has been about momentum and our thought for the day. And, this idea that nobody that's going to win a sprint isn't leaning across the finish line. And so you can get comfortable and you can lean back, or you can lean in to like what you're going to be challenged by next. And, today was a matchup zone or a high-low offense. Houston's going to be aggressive and play downhill, and so every team brings a different challenge this time of year, and it's just checking off each challenge one day at a time. And the happiest thing they are is that they have a day off tomorrow. So days off and team dessert. Those are the two things that drive this group. All right, thanks.